Hello and hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the Fortnite World Cup breakdown number 4 for duos week number 2. I hope you guys all enjoy for the first time a week of not accusations towards players, but accusations towards Epic and the way the in-game issues have continued on this week. It was actually very shocking to see the numbers of duos out there who potentially lost their spot in the World Cup finals due to in-game issues, queuing issues, audio bugs, just absolute bugs in the game itself. That the game seemed pretty much broken for a clip like Tfue. If you guys have not seen this, they placed very highly and could have actually had additional placement points or even kill points as well, but it was Tfue with his first clip. Several other duos also losing potential spots as well. We'll touch on in a second here, but in this first clip by Tfue, he shoots his sniper. It doesn't actually shoot. His clip goes to 0. He switches to his pump, then back to his sniper. Then it said 1 in the magazine, and it still did not shoot. Just an overall very sucky situation, and we do not know exactly how many points it could have cost the duo.
Is there 1 or 2 up here? What? 2. Bro, my it wouldn't shoot, dude. My sniper wouldn't shoot.
Then we go to Poach and Chap, apparently having queuing issues. Several duos out there actually reported having the same queuing issue, crashing during the queue and not being able to play out the round. I believe it was actually Poach who did crash, I think, in 2 of those queues, unfortunately enough, and they still place, I think, top 15. I think it was actually top 12 where they came into, so definitely going to be an influential loss of points there. Then we have Zextro apparently dying to an audio bug. Vinny, his partner, could not have been happy about that. Who knows how many points it did cost them. And then we hop over to EU, and definitely a very sad story with video evidence around this one. It's actually Ricky and Vile having the same queuing issues where they crashed during a queue. The team almost qualified, but during this crucial round, one of the partners, you know, they score 0 points. That can have heavy influence on your final standings, and here's what the queuing issue did for them.
Yes!
Nice!
Nyt vaan vittu
Vittu!
pakko.
Nyt
Nyt vaan vittu
vittu
pompo.
näytätte niille! Nyt vittu näytätte niille! Vittu! Mennään! Nyt!
Hei, mitä vittua?
And then to add on to all the drama out there, I swear we're not going to have a single week of qualifiers without drama. It's actually Bad and Woogie. Of all players out there, of course, him and his trio of teamers out there were kind of crucified last week. Of course, XXIF, his spot has been taken away ever since, according to Epic. It was Woogie alongside Jesty who were feeding him kills. He actually had the balls, the goal to post this clip and call out Tfue for teaming after he got an easy kill as well.
He landed on attack. Oh, Christ. You know he's bot. He's bot. Got attack. Okay.
Is this Ziff?
I'm not really sure if he was joking with this one or just trying to make attention. If you really want to shoot yourself in the foot and this close to the allegations of you actually being caught teaming, it seemed like unnecessary drama, and Tfue fired back in his own way. But anyway, breaking down, of course, all the regions so far. Besides that drama, it was still crazy competitive. It's just very unfortunate, as per usual, to see in-game issues cost pro players their spots, and not only cash, but alongside that, a great spot in the World Cup finals. So we hop at NI East. The heavy competition over there certainly continues. They are certainly by far and away the most competitive region alongside Europe, but it's Saf and Zate finally landing their spots in the Cup. Tempo Boys, Sizz, and Brush, kind of a shocking top placement for them. They grabbed their spots along with Nate Hill and his partner Funk. And with that being said, the former Funk Bomb, he has now become the 5th pro player out there to qualify for both solos and duos. So congratulations. We have Clicks, we have Letwick, we'll talk about a bit later, and Stompy and Benji alongside FaZe Funk, the 5 people out there to qualify for both of the qualifiers. So pretty crazy and great results on top of that. And then all the duos breaking the top 15. It's crazy to see the in-game issues I reported earlier, and still to see Tfue and Cloak up there. Cease and Elevate apparently had issues as well. Zex and Vinny, and then even Poach and Chap all breaking the top 15 and all apparently having big in-game issues, which certainly cost them points. So just crazy to see, especially in such a harsh region competitively, that these in-game issues definitely are going to have an effect, and definitely did cost at least one of those duos. You know, 4 or 5 duos across all the regions. Most of them are North American East, had those issues, and certainly at least one of them probably would have qualified if they hadn't had those issues, and that it's kind of just sad to see. And then NA West, yet again, another Kangarna duo making it the World Cup. I believe 4 players now for them going through. I got to give credit where credit is due. You know, the big debate right now is the Fortnite guy, the way he handles things, his future on this platform, if he can actually do his drama-filled videos whilst also running an organization, if it does come to that. So another duo is now made under him, and congratulations to Leno and Barl. You know, it's pretty crazy to see. He's definitely signing some great talent over there, but alongside them, Snow returns for another great run, really proving himself as a somewhat unknown name and definitely having another great run himself, alongside Liquid River Sand, you know, back-to-back back-to-back very solid weeks. I look back, to me, whenever I look at NA West, I love to look at people like Nick Merckx and his partner Neo, all the way back in 60th, trying to still prove themselves as the possible underdog to make it through for controller players. Unfortunately enough, you know, their first duos week was a much better showing. This time around, at least they still make the finals. They still are having their shot, and hopefully next week, or 2 weeks from now, I should say, a little bit closer for them. And then we go to Europe, and I swear, this is pretty crazy. Actually, a top 3 finish for their first duos week. Now, again, taking the first place and pretty much just cashing out in the fun right now. That is going to be shinking and stomping yet again, qualifying. Of course, the spot won't go to them yet again, but it will go to the next placing team on top of that. But still very impressive for now 2 back-to-back duos weeks. They placed top 3 and also take this weekend as well. They are cashing out with a 10K prize, and they gift that spot to someone behind them as well. And that will be a surprise, a bit of a surprise. You know, Gambit Boys join them. My heart breaks yet again for people like Verox and his partner Motor. If you guys have been following ever since our breakdown from week 1, Verox and Motor as well have been top 20 placements all around. Still very solid players, and players I certainly wish, I'm certainly cheering for them. And I think by the end of this, you know, still 6 weeks left, we'll definitely see at least one Fnatic member, if not both these boys, hopefully in the World Cup on top of that. And then if there's any storylines out there to feel bad for, it's got to be Europe as well. You got Airwalks yet again, just a few placements behind qualifying, so certainly going to feel, I think all of us right now have got to be cheering for a guy like Airwalks. And the very last, you see Ricky and Vile back there in the top 20 placement, and they had those queuing issues. Who knows how things would have shuffled up if that round actually been played out by that full duo. So yet again, you know, some controversial issues out there game-wise. This time around, though, for week number 4, dual qualifiers number 2, it was not player accusations, players cheating. It was all Epic's fault, if I dare say so, with in-game issues certainly costing plenty of players at least higher placements, if not a spot in the World Cup. And as many of you guys know, for this week as well, no placements and no spots given for the World Cup for Oceania, Asia, as well as Brazil, which does suck, especially if you win this week. Obviously, players are going to probably play a little bit more loose than they would if the competition was for a World Cup spot, but definitely going to be a hard one to swallow if you do manage to place first these upcoming weeks for those 3 regions and don't manage to qualify. But either way, those were their winners as well. Not really going to break it down, as that's probably not the important stuff to talk about because so much drama did go on. But as always, I hope you guys all enjoy it. My name is Jake. What was your favorite part about this past weekend? Hopefully there was some happy news out there for some of you who cheer for your players who actually did make the World Cup. And as always, we'll be back here next week, guys, or actually later this week, breaking down more Fortnite news. But next Monday, breaking down Fortnite World Cup qualifier week number 5. As always, my name is Jake. I said that already. I'm going to get out of here. All right. See you soon.